It's Wayne with you, and it's always good to talk about what's happening in our local regions across New South Wales and Victoria. And the revelations that the coronavirus vaccine is the presumed cause of the death of a 55-year-old New South Wales man through blood clots in his lungs. He took the AstraZeneca vaccine and he died on April 21 after getting his first dose on April 13. That's been reported in the Tamworth Northern Daily Leader, and this news hadn't been revealed via any of the major publications at the time, so one that would suggest that it could have been picked up, but it hasn't been picked up. And in a safety report issued on Wednesday, the TGA noted a total of 6 cases of the rare blood clotting disorder had been identified in Australia this year. Meanwhile, the Labor Party says it's urging the federal government to boost the quarantine system to stop Australians being stranded in risky situations overseas. The government has paused flights from India until May 15. Flights were suspended from India because returned travellers from the South Asian nation were coming down with the virus in hotel quarantine, putting pressure on our system. And that is the case, as we talked about yesterday, in the Northern Territory. So here we have the circumstance where the AstraZeneca vaccine is causing a number of issues. We've had more deaths now from the AstraZeneca vaccine than we have had in the last 6 months from the virus. I think there's something that needs to be said there, and maybe the wider media maybe should be picking this up and maybe making a very clear statement about it. I mean, clearly there is a problem that needs to be looked at, and we can't continue to say that there isn't an issue here. We've had a 35-year-old New South Wales woman, a 49-year-old Queensland man, and an 80-year-old Victorian man who have all been reported as suspected cases of this blood clot circumstance. And we've now seen these cases that turn into suspected deaths too. So it is something I don't think that we can leave alone, and I don't think the government can. I don't think the pushing by the opposition to keep on thumping out the vaccine as though it's the only solution. I think we have to be very careful in relation to this. We've still got to keep our borders protected, as I think the government is trying to do. At the same time, we also need to be mindful of the fact that we have got these repatriation centres like in the Northern Territory, which at the moment can't take the numbers of people that want to come back. I mean, we're talking 15,000 people that are in India that would like to come back to Australia. That is a number of people that we just simply can't take at the moment. A very interesting story emerging out of Tamworth in New South Wales.